Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the underestimated 100K Bink or Bust Bankroll Challenge. We are on day 3. We have some NL25, NL50, and NL100 tables running currently. We have a heads up table, 2 6 max, 3 6 max tables, 4 max. And away we go. Check here. Not sure how long. I'm going to value with the 9. The heads up table, we're kind of just playing by ear. We're up against a whale, but he's only got 30 bigs, so it's just kind of one of those spots. It's not really worth playing, but if we can stack him relatively soon, the rake will not have eaten away our entire stack, or his entire stack. I guess I better pull. Just I better pull the stream again. Okay, that's that. This. Oh, look at that, kings. Small raise. 3-bet. Oh wow, just folds. That's unfortunate. Okay. Queen check off, opening. 10-5, we'll let that go. And we will pull up Poker Crab for the last couple days. Let's see how it all ended. We did put a session in last night. We did not stream it. And here we go. I'm gonna stab at this. He doesn't show much interest in it. You got the river, that's fine. Did we bet that? Oh, we did bet that flop. Okay, good. And we're barreling. Three. The double barrel or the 2x pot, probably a little unnecessary there. I do try to use it a lot on brick turns with like nuts or nothing. But I think when he calls out of the small blind, we can just bet again. He's going to fold all his kings and stuff. Okay, all right, queen 9. This guy checks through us again, so we're just going to double bet. Bet turn, bet river. And we'll see bet here. Lots of cards, double barrel on turn. And we're going to bet again here with king 10. Hold the ace 9. Hold my deuce. So, bankroll challenge here. Yes, it's really good in there. So, or no, we don't want that. We want the 18th to the 19th. Yesterday and the day before that. That's what we're after right now. Fold the 8 deuce to the 9 deuce. Check. So, bankroll challenge. Currently, we've played 3,400 hands in the last 2 days. Expected value is at 220. Our actual winnings is 75, a bit less, but that's fine. We really are just going to try to focus on the orange line and let everything else, just take its course. So overall, not too bad at EB since we started. Music should be up and running, should be good. And yeah. Let's see. And we're gonna raise the queens, of course. That's suited. Okay. Value bet the 8. And raise the queen 10. It'll just be a min open. King six. Right, pocket queens in the top right, two kings on the flop. Its most likely king would be like a king jack and a king queen. We do block, heavily block one of those. Maybe some king sixes, king sevens. I guess those are all in the range as well. I was gonna go for his a check raising position. We're gonna call one for sure. Okay, if he had like the ace of diamonds, that he was check raising. I'll probably just check back now. Fold the back deuce. We're gonna fold the queens. Here we're gonna raise up the tens. No action. So Mr. Doug Polk there, I don't know if you guys have been following along with his challenge or not, but looks like he lost another 6 or 7K. It's getting pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to get him either more into the challenge because he wants to prove he can actually win still, or if he's just going to say, you know, fuck it, and just kind of play whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, kind of spew off through it. I feel like, given the fact that he runs a training site and everything else, that he's probably going to want to prove that he can actually beat the stakes, I would imagine. Obviously, this is a super short sample. You're playing heads up, like, you know, could just be going on a 3-bet swing, 10, 15, 20 buy-in swing, whatever he's at now. Super possible, though. Super possible. Okay, we bet small, he calls. We're going to bet again. So he didn't 3-bet pre, so he's generally small blind button. He doesn't have king queen. He doesn't have a lot of queens. Doesn't have a whole lot of kings. And against the 24 big stack, we're just going to rip the sixes, fold it at 4. Does check raise. So at the point, we're just going to fold his hand. Could just be ace queen. Okay, we're going to squeeze the ace queen off. People generally mass under bluff, so I think the odds of him like turning 10 jack into a bluff here probably not that high. Maybe 10 jack spades, but even that I highly doubt. It's too much equity to blow off, I think, on the turn there. Fold the ace 5, king 10. I guess we'll raise this until people start 3-betting us and kind of give us a reason not to. A good enough hand that if nobody's 3-betting, you know, we'll put ourselves in some pretty good spots post flop. And check call here. Fold 5 deuce. The ace queen, 3-bet, and then completely brick the board. And I think, given that that guy's what we're calling here, it's very small, playing so many hands, there's like a high possibility we have the best hand, just ace high. Okay, and now we're going to value bet. And we're going to check the 4s. We are going to value bet the 10s. And with 2 checks, we're going to block bet the king 10. Half pot out of position. I'll just let the 4s go. 9 is not a great card. I think we block bet now. Okay, flop set here. Value bet that. He does call. I don't think we have a good enough hand to block bet here. I think we just check fold. And we're going to block bet with the 10s again up here. And we're going to value bet. I wonder if we just rip here. Queen X calls probably. I bet a bunch of draws are going to call. I think we just rip. It's short stack. It looks bluffy. But then I think there's a ton of cards that come off that we don't get paid on now. It's just a mega draw. That's fine. God damn it. Guess I'm just gonna fold the 4-5 suited. He doesn't even have a full stack. Go after. Obviously, it gets like we could just ship there, but I think folding is just fine. Where's full pot? Given his stack size, there's probably not much of an EV difference between folding and calling there, or between folding and shoving. I would think. I feel like folding's the better play though. I will defend the queen 10. And check raise here some portion of the time. It goes pretty big, so we'll let that go. I'd be more likely to just check call if I had a diamond. Under 10 of diamonds. We can check calling there a lot. We do check raise there a lot as well. Okay, we fold 7-4. So unfortunately, we're not running the best so far in this challenge, but we've run extremely well this month until now, which seems to be our standard, eh? Then we reset a challenge, or we take a prop bet, just our run good kind of just disappears. Here's me. All right, folding the 8-6 suited in the king 10. We are definitely going to call the 9s here. Call again against that small bet. Hampton Parade, raise turn, bet river. Guess we'll fold it this time. Okay. 3-bet ace queen. Yeah, grouping, of course. Good spot. See if we hold this time. Good start. Oh, it's gonna hit Marianas. Let's do it. And fold queen 10. Oh my lord. Okay. Another pot, we're gonna value bet the 6. Fold 5 deuce. We're gonna check raise here with the 5 deuce. We're of course calling the ace. Can also raise there probably. And we will see bet here with bottom pair. Okay, limp calls. We're gonna double barrel turn. Down. And we're gonna lead out here with the queen. Okay, and he's done. Well, I suppose when everybody sucks out and then leaves, what else do you do? Good. Okay, so we raise kings, and there's an overcard on the board for the 100th time. Okay, fold 8-6 suited. He min bets. We're gonna min raise. Fold the 9 off. Fold 7-4. Raise the ace queen. Go. 9 is not a great card. I think we block bet now. Here, need to go. Flop a set here. Sorry about that. We'll check that. He does call. Should be able to hear it. Okay. So we value bet. We are going to. Let's just get focused. Flop, we bet. Yes. It's just a mega draw. That's fine. Damn it. I'm just gonna value bet now. We'll show down king high over here. Fortunately, no action there. King high wins. Okay. Tables are relatively dead this morning. Not a whole lot of action going on. Fold 4-3, fold a 9-2. Fold queen 4. So we are hoping, obviously, this is a pretty lofty challenge. Trying to get up to NL1K. To a point, it's kind of lofty. I think hitting the 100K is harder than getting to NL1K. That's my opinion. I think in 6 months, that's a long time to be able to get up to those stakes. And I don't know how specific we'll be on what we consider getting to those stakes. Like if I'm just shot taking even NL1K, I think that would be, you know, a proven point and you know, relatively a pretty successful challenge. Obviously, the getting to the 100K will be, I think, the most difficult part. But it's definitely 100% doable. He's just going to have a lot that he can call with on this board. Okay, fold 4. Or no, we're not going to fold here. Let's do a small check raise here, and then we'll just give up. Okay, calls. Pretty fast at calls, so check that. This guy goes full pot. We're going to let that go. And when he keeps betting, he perhaps has an ace. Okay, we flop top set here. How aggressive is this guy? Not aggressive. So we're just going to bet. The board we do check a lot, but given our hand and how aggressive this guy is, all we want to do is bet back there. And ace-10 suited, we're going to rip heads up. Raise the king deuce suited. Pocket aces over here, we raise. We 3-bet him pre, he calls. We barrel flop, he calls. We're going to barrel turn. And then rip the river. Ace jack, that's too bad. Right, I need his jack now. Or the 2 pairs to cash it out. Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome cash out, bro. We're probably losing here, but we're calling, of course. Oh, lovely. Another 2-outer. Good lord. Club. Good lord, man. We're running like brutal. Luckily it's at the NL25 table, but yeah, it's kind of been a pretty heavy stretch of a lot of, you know, 2 outers, 3 outers, 5 outers on the. I know we just hit one in the top left too, but yeah, frustrating so far. Won't lie, but our EV is doing well, so whatever. But over the challenge so far, we are losing with Ace King suited, Kings, Ace Queen, Ace Jack suited, Pocket Kings, Pocket Jacks, Pocket Tens, and we're winning with Aces slightly and Queens slightly. Okay, Pocket Fives. I guess we better update today because today's definitely going to be eating in at the profits. Yeah, we're down 100 so far. It's not that bad. And we try to show down fives. Okay, the limp all the way around. Limits in. And we'll pick up a gut shot. We'll bet here. And we'll just try to get the showdown now when we hit the 4. Okay, we'll pick up 2, so we're gonna value bet. I do work 2. We're gonna value bet. Okay, we'll value bet river. We're targeting like ace high, king high. Nice. Okay, we're using the jack 7 suited, folding the jack 8 suited, fold 7 3. Okay. And we'll continuation right here. Any deuce, any 4, any 7, any 5, any 8. We'll probably just keep barreling on. I think I'll check on the 6. Okay, and we do a lot of checking here, but our hand, I think, likes betting quite a bit as well. And I think we're just betting here. We could argue maybe checking back, but our range, like I have as many 5s in my range as he does. And since we were the aggressor on the flop, and we have a flop draw, we'll just keep barreling. And another factor is that a lot of players will mass under check raise turns, so you get a lot of value by just barreling your strong draws against those guys. It's like the worst case scenario is when you have like 12 outs and you bet turn and then they shove and you have to fold, right? But if players are not doing that, they're not check raising you, then obviously, you know, that worry kind of disappears. All right, so this guy resits us here and wants to play some heads up. That's fine by me. Okay. I wonder if leading best here, value. I think we probably just let him keep bluffing. The other question becomes, do we now value raise over there? It is tempting. So I don't think he ever check raises a 9. Just don't know if he ever folds worse. I feel like we have to value raise here. Like I feel, yeah, perfect. There's no world where he's check raising a 9 on the turn there. So I think we have to go for value. Even when he leads out there, we have to raise that for value. You don't want to go big. You want to give him a chance to call with ace high. I guess like this, like here he did like a 5. Probably thinking we were trying to push him up the chop. And against fishes, we're just going to value bet our big hands. So everybody left us. Drop 10, 5 cent, 10 cent. Raise here. I think we 3-bet, yeah. Yeah, he raised, called. And given that we have bottom pair right on this board, when we do bet, we're going to go a little bit bigger. Even in a 3-bet pot. And we just get check shoved on him. Have to fold, fortunately. I need his jack now. But again, like if you call there, you're dead. You're dead. Not going for 3%, 3-bet, like massive stand, right? In case you haven't picked up on it, purple tag is it's just Knit City. We're gonna call when we hit the 3. And then we're gonna go for a check raise on the river. Maybe I should just lead there. Never has a queen, so there's probably too likely. I shouldn't say never, almost never. There's a queen on that board, so we should probably just bet the river there ourselves for value. It's full decent. I think I'll just raise the 8s. We do a lot of calling here with the 8s if it's just going heads up post flop, but when our Makure just kind of floats in there, we will squeeze. And if he does 4-bet, we'll probably just let it go. Because again, like he's a mega net, so sometimes he'll just have aces or kings, like hoping that I would do exactly this. We just let it go. Okay, we're gonna value bet, or we're gonna bet here, top left. We are gonna double barrel on this turn, I think. Gotta be a little more cautious sometimes with the half stacks and whatnot. But oh wow, I've had my microphone on or the YouTube page running. Oh, that's gonna be annoying for you guys. Oh, that's funny. Gonna be double talking here. It's fixed now. I have muted the live, so you won't have to listen to me talking in 2 different spots. And of course, we're squeezing here with the ace-10 suited. Really doesn't matter what your hand is. If you're going post flop 4 ways, the odds of you winning are extremely low. Like imagine that you have a pocket ace, this is the best hand you could have, and you just go post flop. Not going to turn out very well for you. So the money goes in 4-handed. Somebody has 2 pairs at least. The 9-5. I'm kind of like handicapped on this guy being so short. Now, unfortunately, I'm just going to go 10%. This Jack Teeth guy is a massive slow player. Probably doesn't, like, if he has aces, kings, ace, king, he's just calling there. Bet 10%. And we'll proceed very cautiously. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think I can fold. Right? Getting like 12-1. That's why we can't fold. We just hope he doesn't rip here. I mean, if he rips, we do have a slightly easy-ish decision. We just could fold a lot. It's an awkward spot. You're getting 3-1 to call. Or 4-1 to call. I have no idea what I'm supposed to call it, didn't you? The issue's like Jack here behind. Like if we call and he rips, like we're just in a brutal spot. Feels too nitty to fold, but it does feel correct to fold. I guess I fold. Yeah, again, like Jack T just has ace, king, kings, or aces every time here. I'd bet money on it. Okay. We are going to stab at the board now with the open ender. Wow, that is some wild ass shit. You know what sucks? If I ripped, I would have won that hand. Actually, I would have got sucked out on the river. That was an interesting one. We're just gonna raise this min bet. Feel free to berate me for being a nit. I feel like being stuck in the middle here just sucks. And given how often this guy slow plays hands, you know, we know he has a king. Maybe that's the reason for calling. I don't know. In the end, we had the worst hand for both of them, so let's just roll with that. Yeah, it's just sort of an awkward spot. I imagine you call sometimes, you fold sometimes, you shove sometimes. Probably be my, initial assumptions. Fold the ace six. We also fold the 6-3. Okay. All right, quick update. Let's see how it's going here. Yes, we're still just chilling around 100, down 100. Which is only a buy-in. Looking at all 100 buy-in. No big deal. Fold quick 4. Right, 6. What's this on? Alright, check here. I can barely even hear it. And we'll just check here. With the flush draw, we're gonna barrel here. My general rule of thumb is boards that I bet less often. I bet bigger. Whether I have a bluff or a value hand or this or that. He doesn't 3-bet. I'm just going to rip the king queen here and get him to fold, hopefully, a lot of the time. And we'll just go heads up for 10 bigs against ace king bird. Okay. Fuck off notes. I'm going to check that, fix that. Alright, raise that, fold that. I thought we won for a second. We didn't. We didn't win. Not even for 1 second. Alright, fold the 8-7. Folding the jack 8, raise the 6s. Jack 8. I'm not going to fold to him min betting. And I'll take a flop this time. Alright, we will fold this now with he calls. Okay, you're gonna fold 7 deuce. Queen deuce folding. Any bad beat jackpots go off lately? one did hit the 25-cent, 50-cent last night. I had a feeling like I was gonna get it. It did. Had this vibe. It hadn't gone off in so long, and I've been so close on so many different spots. It's so small right now, the bad beat jackpot. There's a few like a month ago where the PLO 1020 went off. There is no bad beat jackpot on the 1020. And Hold'em, there is on the PLO. But it went off like 2 times a week, and then and then a 510 went off. It was just like, yeah, a few $100,000 off each time. Okay, and we are squeezing the aces. Let's run into kings and hold. Let's run into kings and hold. Not sure why I didn't bet here in the bottom right. That was a mistake. We are going to c-bet this board. Okay, we get called. Given our stack depth, I'm going to go bigger here. When we get raised here, we're folding. No action, unfortunately. A lot of his range is going to be like pocket pairs that are check folding, but he'll have some like Jack 10, Jack Queen, you know, King Jack, Ace Jack suiteds in there. So we kind of want to capitalize on that when he does, or when he has like queens or kings that he's trying to slow play, or just is like scared and would rather check call, check call, check call with them. You could argue going smaller because we have the ace of spades, but I think, you know, given how deep we were, we want to go bigger to get the money in by the river. Okay, we got a heads up match. Well, we should open it. Okay, get off the 10-cent, 25-cent one. Okay, we're gonna raise the 7 suited. We're gonna raise the queen. Oh, definitely don't want to play heads up. And on 100 right now. The reason for that is it's just we're trying to somewhat stick to a decent bankroll. Management for the challenge. Again, we're trying to prove that, you know, the poker dream is alive and well, and that you can take, you know, $2,000 and really grind it up to something substantial, even less. Like we've done a whole, like, I mean, anybody who's new here, you can scroll through the channel, and we've taken $100 and ran it up to 20K, and $100 and ran it up to 10K. I think there's a couple challenges through this channel that you'll find. So all that's been proven. I'm not going to play heads up at 100 right now. It's just too swingy. We only have like 20 buy-ins or 24 buy-ins or whatever for NO100, so I'm just not super interested in playing a game that I'm not very good at. And we'll check the king and jack here, try to get the showdown. And we're just going to bet here because we can't win with 5-high. And he's shown no interest in the pot, so we want to try to just take it down now and go from there. And I'm just going to fold king jack here. I'm going to just bet that. I'm going to fuck on it. And we'll bet river. And 3-bet pre, he's just really shown no interest in the pot on the flop, pre-flop, anything like that. So I think just going bet's fine. And we just got rivered again. That's all. Just got rivered again. So you would think you would probably just fold that on the flop, you know, or on the turn. I'm not sure. Just calling king high, I guess, is fine. I would have bet most of my draws on the flop. But it would have worked great if he didn't hit that king, he would have folded river to another bet. Okay, we're just going to keep value betting the 4. You beat 4-5. You beat 5-4, 4-5, 3-4. You know, all kinds of 4s we're ahead of. Jack 4, 10-4 suited, 9-4 suited, 8-4 pocket 3s. Ace high is calling, of course, in the flop. All right, 6-5, we're folding. King 9 suited, all in for 20 bigs. We are not calling that. Okay. Okay. Queen 8. Three bets. We get 4-bet here sometimes. We'll just call the ace 9 of diamonds this time. And we will call him. The backdoors over cards. I'm not in the poker zone today. It's not feeling it at all. Okay. He checks to us now. To bet. And I'm also going to. I'm going to check back here as well. I know we have club draws and we have a queen, and our hand looks like massively strong, and we're just going to rip this. And raise here plus 4. We will value bet the river now. It's going to check. Hit that kings. Oh wow. Nice play. Okay. Raise the king 8 suited. Okay. Ace jack suit. Ace jack off suit. 3-bet. Fold 70s. So in case you were wondering, that hand didn't go very well. But generally, you want to be believing the villains, and when they tell us, hey, I missed, we're just gonna want to believe them, more often than not. And also, when they tell us they have a super strong hand, we're gonna want to try to believe them then too. So generally, when somebody 3-bets, c-bets, and then just like checks turn, the range is just kind of not there to be willing to call off to a bet and then a shove. Folded 40s, which let go. Okay. Let's give another. It won't be a. We got another NL50 heads up table going. Fold the 6 deuce. Okay, that's 2 good hands here on the button. It is a bad flop. Three bet E9 suited. We do get check raised here. We're just gonna fold that. Oh, perfect. Perfect run out. All right, fold 7 deuce. Fold the 10-4. We'll defend the jack 4 suited. Raise the queen 9. raise here with Jack 4. Raise King 3. Fold the Knight 4. Okay, flop trips. That's a good spot. Let's see bet. We could check raise this sometimes when he checks back flop. But I think given how little we have invested, it's fine to just kind of give up. I'm not sure if I want to overbet that or not. I think we'll just go closer to pot. I think if we start overbetting too much, you know, maybe it is just an overbet and go with it. I feel like for sure if we had like king queen, you know, we'd be oh wow, aces. Wow. It's a good outcome. King 3, cracking aces. That's what I like to see. Okay, and we are of course 3-betting the queens here. And we are of course 3-betting the ace queen and ace-owing the ace 10. And we'll probably just check back the 6s, try to get the showdown. This guy plays a lot of hands. Plays a lot of hands. Does just call. Oh look, an ace again. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. Right, I'm gonna check back here. It's like a pretty bad. I'm gonna bet here for value against like jack queens and king jacks and 10 queen, like queen 10s and getting king 10s and that type of range. But like if we get check raised, we're done. Instantly done with the hand. The issue is we're not gonna either one, we're not gonna get any value on a board like that, or two, we're just like way behind. Because people 4-bet. I should value bet that river for sure. People 4-bet so nitty that it's like he has ace 10 suited, ace jack suited, pocket 10, pocket jacks, ace king offsuit. He has ace queen, he has king queen suited, king queen, maybe not king queen offsuit, he probably folds that, but he might call given his stats. Yeah. So when that board comes off, like pocket 10, pocket jacks, like we're just getting smashed by a lot of his range. So I think kind of playing passively and just trying to inch out a bit of value is probably the best play. Okay. We'll just defend the ace 10 offsuit. And we're squeezing the ace 8 offsuit, raising the king deuce off. We will all here with the ace 10. And just fold jack deuce. Okay. Given his bet size, we're just gonna call again. We just have a lot of equity. Wonder if we can I can't get him to fold the queen. He doesn't have a jack though. Okay, what sizing? Like what sizing could we bet that gets him to fold a queen? And I think given how stationary he is, how many hands he plays, I think the answer is probably like we'd have to rip it. And I'm not really confident, like that confident that he doesn't have a jack to rip it in there. Okay, we call the 3-bet here in the top right. We get a flush draw and a backdoor straight draw. Calling here. Very good turn. So what we really want is like the 4 of diamonds. That's what we really want. Half pot's great. I don't think we need to bet here. We do call the ace again. We will value bet the queen. I think we just call. That's not bad. It's almost the offsuit 4. Now, question becomes, oh wow, it's 3/4 pot into them. I think we should rip here. Let's bluff here. We're gonna call the lead. We donk led here, and he raised us. We call. Nice. That's what we were hoping for, is that he had that 8 ball. And I think when we rip it, it does, like, the ripping makes it nuts or nothing a lot of the time, so you can kind of merge in with hands when you're pretty confident they don't have the flush. Right, so your flush is just nuts. You don't have to have the ace-side flush. And we will call down here with the top pair. Nice. And then here, just double check the action. We called, we let out, he raised, we called, we checked, he bet, we called. And we essentially have top 2, so I'm going to rip it. And put him in a very shitty spot with flush draws, like an ace-5, over pairs, all that stuff. And I think being out of position, it's going to be, it's a really good flop for us. Out of position, it's going to be hard to stack him otherwise. Like, an 8 rolls off, a 5 rolls off, a diamond rolls off, an ace rolls off. Like, it just kills all the action, right? So we're going to be like donk. We'd be like having to basically donk shove all the rivers, which is a hard spot to get paid from because it's always value heavy. Very few people like donk lead bluff. Although I think I should add that into my arsenal here soon enough. But anyway, there's very few like people who balance their donk leading range. They just check give up, right? 35, 40, okay. We're just gonna keep blasting here against 8-9, against spades, and against worse 10s. And we're gonna value with jacks. Devin asks if NL 200 is ran today. The answer is no. I have not seen it running at all today. And this guy 4 bets, he goes pretty big. I think I'll just let that go. Here in the top right, we're just jamming for value, even when the spade rolls off. I wonder if GTO jams there, just block bets, actually. Like, we know he's calling off trips when the flush hits, so definitely think it's fine against him. I think GTO, especially on the jack of spades, GTO probably either check calls or block bets. Here, we could go for a check shove here. Let's just back up here, ace 10. Yeah, like, because this jack of spades is like the worst spade too. It just checks back. It's interesting. This 8-9 gets there as well. I am gonna fold now. It's half pot. Yeah, because like 8-9, if he's calling 8-9, it gets there. If he's calling Jack 10, it gets there. If he's calling spades, they get there. Yeah, it's probably either a check call or a block bet on the river there and not a rip. Okay, well, we've won a few hands. Let's see if we are back to even or not. Jack deuce. Oh, look at that. I'm just gonna call that because this guy's bonkers. Never 3 bets though. But he's playing. Oh, he's only got 15 bigs. Okay, call. Nice. King Jack, H3 on the river. Noise. So we'll open the King Jack off. So our EV is up. We're even. Expected value, we're up 60. So that continues to climb. It's 10-4 and the 9-4. Right, it's a pretty good board for us. Let's go half pot. Okay, and we are. Our queen's good. Drop them to 4 outs from 6. Okay, so we bet flop. He calls. We raise pre. He calls out of the big blind. He check calls flop. We're gonna use the jack of the good check call line. And we'll just check one more time, and we will be calling. Uh, so we're definitely calling here, obviously, with the king of hearts. I was just contemplating whether or not I wanted to raise there, but I think calling is definitely the best play. Then the question becomes, do we raise river? And I don't think we do. I don't think we do, because I think people will donk lead the ace of hearts on the turn. Yeah. Right. Picked up some equity. He's going to donk lead small to get a cheap river card. And then, when he goes that big, it's going to be a lot of the ace of hearts. Obviously, you can't fold there. Nothing we can do. Just call. You'll fold the ace 5. The 9 is suited. Fold the 3s. Looks like there's a heads up table running right now, but there's nothing else open. I didn't get on this. That's for sure. Fold 3s. Fold here. I'd open up Jerome here or something. Or just rather get rid of an NL 25-cent table, but whatever. We'll check back at the NL 50 table. Somebody will sit there eventually, maybe if we leave. Okay. I'm just gonna bet here. He's checked to us twice now. And we're gonna bet here. And we're gonna double barrel. Sometimes he has a queen. But I think when they check to you, we just bet, and we bet, and we bet, and we bet, and we bet. And we just end up winning a whole bunch, so. At least at the best, you gotta know your player. Maybe like at the higher stakes, people will check a lot more to protect their range properly and stuff, so that you can't just, blast in on them every time. Okay, let's just focus back in here. 3-betting the 10-8 suited. Hold here. I'm going to ISO with the E5, fold king 5, raise the queen 4, raise up the kings, and we're gonna check the side here. Okay, check second pair, fix back. We're just gonna block bet and then check river. We're gonna 3-bet the 6s. We're gonna value bet half pot with the kings. I'm gonna fold jack 6 suited. Queen 4 suited. We get 3-bet. We'll just fold. Oh, beautiful, an ace. Okay. That's a pretty good board for us. We would value bet. I'm going to check back on the ace. They get check raised huge. We're going to. And. Ace 8 offsuit. Oh, the table just died. And now we're going to value bet the river. Oh, lovely. 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 It's my favorite thing. Just losing with kings every time we have them. Okay, we're going to raise up the ace 9 offsuit, and we're going to double barrel on the king. The 8-3. also full. Wow, we're gonna rate 4-3. All right. So he's jumped tables to this one. Let's see if he actually plays. We are going to defend 5-4 suited. Checks. So check back here. Okay, you're gonna raise up the 6-2 suited. And the king 10. Right, we're just gonna value bet here on the 5. The king 10 here for 3 ways. We're just done. Pick up a deuce here. Let's check just twice. We're just gonna bet. It's gonna be a very good turn card if he has an ace. If he called like ace queen, ace king, because he did 3 bet. And we are gonna rip it in. Okay, we're gonna try a patent of a 1.2 10% bet here. And we are ripping the 4s. Or sort of 5s. Okay, that's easy. Just fold down. There's a bunch of cards you can double barrel on. This guy seems to be overfolding quite a bit. 10 rolls off. We're going to double barrel on that for sure. So my guess is he hit the ace. Now he's either going to slow roll us with pocket aces, or he's just deciding, call it not. Check king 7 raise. Check queen 3. So we're not doing anything in the bottom left. Next. Fold queen 6. Yeah, we're just like not really bluffing there very much. What hands would we bluff there? I guess he's the 3-better pre-flop. I don't know. Tough to block much. Maybe like, I don't know. I'm gonna say 8-6, but that's a straight. It'd be tough to find bluffs there. I think your bluffs would want to be wrapped around representing a 5. So you're gonna want to have like a 6 in your hand or a 4 in your hand. Probably having the 6 is best. Okay, we're just gonna sit out here, take a quick break. Be long, just a couple minutes, and then we'll be back to it. I am gonna check raise this here in the top left. It does call. We do get there. I'm just gonna rip it. My hand's pretty disguised. He has 2 pair sets. Like, I think he calls. He might have calls king. Well, not nice. I would have liked to call, but I think that's fine. I think we have to kind of. I think we rip there. Once he calls the check raise, I think we just rip it. I don't think there's much else to do. If I'm bluffing, I'm just going to shove there too because we bluff, right? So we try to value bet and bluff with our nutted hands, like the same, right? Get fives to raise those up. Getting tempting to bet. I think I'm gonna bet. I think once you check two twice, you can just bet any pair. And it's gonna be plus EV. Get called twice. It's crazy is when somebody flips over like ace queen. Back up. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Check on the table, see if there's anything up and available. There's a 10 cent 25-cent table, but honestly, it's just annoying playing out 25. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Got one table here. What do we got? An L50, 2 out of 100. 25. This doesn't seem like a good idea. But I guess we're in for some fun. Okay. We are going to call off the hop. Okay, we got the queen high flush draw. And the 10-8 offsuit to call as well. You go small here. We'll call this time. It's a good turn card. We're going to block Reddit. And the 10-8, I'm going to lead into him and see how he reacts to that. Okay, and we turn top pair. I'm going to check because I think he's going to think I'm full of shit now. And he'll start bluffing. And we are going to squeeze the ace-10 suited. He doesn't necessarily fall for the bait. May have picked up a flush draw though as well that he didn't want to get check raised off of potentially. We're gonna go 10%. I think he might bluff raise that. The issue is we're gonna snap that. Next. The gold chat. Gold chat. Right, that's a good flop for us. Oh, he's only got 8 bigs, whatever. Sucks for all. Fold the 10 deuce. 3-bet here, we'll fold the king 10. Oh, we're ahead. It's a good spot to be in. Relatively good anyways. Dodging a 6, an 8, or a 7. The queen sent 3. Queen queen 3 suit is just a call. The ace 8's fold. And we ran one first run, lost the second run. Raised the jack 4 suited. Here with the backdoors and the overcard, we'll call 1. A fold here. And we'll contemplate a check raise here on the turn. Let's go 3/4 pot. That's interesting. Such a draw heavy board though that I think if I check raise, we just get called by a lot. I think I'll just float here. It's kind of a gross spot here. I'm just gonna fold here. And we are going to call here. And we will I guess we just check give up here, fold the king 10. We're gonna call jack. Perfect. Perfect. Fold the king 5. Fold 7-4. 4 deuce offsuit. Probably just fold that. I know it's close. I don't know because it's connected. Maybe it is a raise. I should double check that. You're folding like some of them, like 6 deuce off, 7 deuce off. Suited, we of course would raise there. 9-4 suited and not a 3-bet. 8-7 will raise. Fold the king 8. Go here for 12s. Listen here. We're gonna squeeze the ace 3 suited. I'm gonna go tiny here. Pocket 6s, the 3-bet's too small to not call. Fold here. We're gonna check. And where are we at here? We're gonna value that. Fold 6s. 3-4 off. Yeah, okay, well, we're ripping the kings here. And we're raising the king 8 off. We're folding 9-4. We're just kind of getting card dead here, so. If this fold, that's interesting. You must have had clubs. Wow, can I get some hands? Because I just look like a giant net. Fold here. Fold jack 5. King 10 off, it's calling. Fold 6-7. I'm going to 3-bet the queen 8 suited here. Fold 6-7. Defend the 9-10. Check the king 10. Fold jack 5. You go small. We're going to call king high and 2 overs. So I call again on the queen. Three bet the jacks here. I fold king on the river, I think. Oh, yeah, these. Right, king 8 off. We're going to open up. Fold the queen deuce suited. Fold king 8. Fold queen 10. Raise up king deuce suited. Guess we have to call that 3-bet. 9-5 is a fold. She's probably not a fold, but. Check, 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 check. Raise the 6-4 suited. And we're going to check down bottom pair here. Nice. Okay, raise the jack 5 and fold. Fold 4-3, fold the 10-7. Check the 9-7. Get jack 10 off. We'll just let that go this time. And we're going to value bet here. Or not value bet, but bet. Fold the 10-8. I'm just going to pull up the day chart here soon. Ace 5 off. We're going to 3-bet. We do call sometimes as well. Fold the 6-3 suited. Fold the 10-3. Fold the jack deuce. 10-4 borderline, I think. Seven five is definitely a raise. 8-3 is a fold. Heads up here now. Fold the ace 9 suited. Check the queen 3. Check the king 5. King 6 off. Just fold. Actually, I gotta double check something. I gotta check the heads up ranges. I feel like any king and any ace might be a call pre-flop. We will call here after it's done. Check, 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 check. Oh, perfect. Perfect 4. All right, Ruby Jones, the nittiest of nits with 3-bet. Massive 3-bet. We're just going to 4-bet him though. And with the flush draw here, we'll bet. And he rips it. We just have to call. He just has aces every time. It's king. Nice. Good to be flipping. Oh, look at that. Let's fold. I hate losing to that guy because he's such a nit. Like this Ruby Jones, I've never met a bigger nit in my life. Nice. Okay, 7-5 suited, we're going to bump that up. Ace jack, we're of course raising there. And fold 5-3 suited, we're going to bet here. So these low boards actually favor the pre-flop raiser more than they favor the pre-flop caller when your heads up. It's kind of like flipped. Now what happened pre-flop here? We raised and it went call. With our hand, we are going to raise. Okay. Turn pair. Clubs roll off, we turn a pair. What if we just block that here now? I'm just gonna check call. Interesting. Okay. Now this is one of the classic moves. This is 10%. Try 4 fold, open up 6-7. We're just going to go half his stack and rip it. What happened here? Did we lose? Yeah, we lost. 8, 10, 8. Oh, wow. We're just losing all the way, I guess, actually. Folding the jack. 7. And again, like we said, we were just half his stack and ripping. Oh, beautiful. The guy playing 90% of hands just fucking limp calls king jack and hits. That's just my favorite thing. Ace king suited, we open. Or sorry, they open, we 3-bet. This board, we will c-bet this time. We do a lot of checking here. But when you do bet, you're going to go big. And we do have the backdoor hearts that we can keep barreling on. Oh my god. I need a new chair. Just slowly shrinks. If you ever notice me coming off camera, it's because my chair is shrinking on me. Okay, so we have kings and another ace on the flop. It's perfect. Okay, we're just going to value bet it. And he does check raise. The thing is, nobody will ever do this with 10s, jacks, queen because of the bad beat jackpot. Oh lord. Could have just missed one there. Wouldn't that be something? I gotta post this hand. How do I do that? There we go. Check here, fold here, fold here. Um, fold here, raise this. Fold the 10-6, fold the king 7. Raise the ace jack. Fold the jack 10. The king on the turn, we're just going to check that back and then call the river. Okay. Oh, perfect. Another runner. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Raise the 9-6 suited. Check here, king 9. 6. Okay, we're going to raise up the pocket 8s. And we're just checking out. Suited. We should just see about that flop. I was otherwise distracted by getting check raised on that the king turn. The ace rolling off on the river. That would be something ugly if he actually had queens, tens, jacks, but I would imagine he would not be that crazy to have check raised on that turn with those hands. But he like it's hard because you make a fish. It is hard. I don't know. I'm gonna sit with that for a while. I think he would have said something, but like to check raise that turn, he probably just had an ace. But then when the third ace rolls off, you're like, fuck me. Did he have an ace? I did it. Man, there's no way. There's no way he check raises tens, jacks, queens. You can't be that crazy. There's just no way. That would be pure insanity. Fold jack 5. Um, Let's read that here. Or hold 4 bets, right? The reason being, GQ will get like fucking 7 deuce suited in, so we don't care about him. If we run into aces or ace king or ace queen with him, who cares? And then not Nick is relatively aggressive. Yeah, he's targeting like a big whale, so I think it's a great spot to just 4 bet on there. And then on this board, I will go. Kind of want to go small and then rip turn. If he shoves, we call, but I'd like to go small and then rip turn. I think that's like probably the strongest looking line we can have. He just rips turn on us. Interesting. That's interesting. So, in my opinion, he's never bluffing here. I have kings and aces. Never folding though. So I just fold. I fold because he probably has queens, kings, or aces. And we do not have odds to call that shove, I don't think. With just bare flush draw. And we're just going to rip here with the ace 10. Try to win a hand. Perfect. Excellent. Well played. Oh, man. Well, we did win that double up, and we've essentially lost every hand since. Oh, perfect. 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 Okay. Fold 10-4. And we probably just check raise here. Okay, we got 2 pair. We're going to check raise here. He does not oblige and checks back. The ace falls. The ace is going to be a big part of his range that checks back, so I think probably just go for a check call here. And then we'll just check fold river. I don't think he folds enough to a check raise on the turn, and despite the fact that he's going to be using the ace to bluff card a lot, it is a big part of his check back range on that flop. Okay, we'll just check down the okay. Fold the 8-7. Back and forth on just 3-betting Queen Jack against him. I think the issue with calling here is like we're gonna get squeezed, you know, some portion of the time. Like fish in the big blind and you know, nit in the small blind is kind of the perfect scenario to just call. You know, sort of these marginal hands. And then we're gonna bet. Daddy R's range is gonna be from every hand to every hand. And check 7-5 suited. Fold a 9-4. Wow. Fold 7 deuce. Raise call. Bet. Ruby Jones. Raise call. Check. Yeah, bet call. Yeah. Captain Ruby Jones, the old knit box. On this board, we get check raise. So there was no 3-bet pre-flop. So there's no like pockets, maybe pocket sixes, pocket deuces, some portion of the time. It's a pretty small check raise, but fine. We're gonna call with this hand. Not a very good turn card. We're gonna fold that. Here, fold the 10-8. So what I like to do is stack somebody and then call a bunch of 3-bets and fold a bunch of flops. It's a good way to play poker. You're gonna fold it 7, fold 4-3. I'm gonna defend the Jack 8 against Ruby Jones. And I'll defend the Queen 10. And we're just gonna lead out here. Ruby Jones checks back on the flop. Okay. And we're gonna bet here. And then we're gonna just bet river. Three bet the ace through suited. Fold 10 deuce. Fold to 10-3. Yes. Fold all your hands. Okay, raise the jack 8. We'll fold the ace jack to Ruby. Well, it is 7. I'm going to be ending the stream here shortly. So, let's bring in the stats for the day so far. So we did dip to negative 100. We ended up 100 where we doubled up there to correct our EV line, and then we proceeded to call and then fold a whole bunch. But right now we are up 30. We're 800 hands, which is like not as bad as it looks, I guess. But it's not great. Not great. So I think, yeah, I think it's just that time. How long has the stream been running for? About an hour and a half, short stream again. I'm gonna start trying to do some longer streams at night, but it seems like we'll be streaming a lot more in the morning lately. And then, you know, I usually put in a nighttime session. Streaming it's a little more difficult. I'll fire to 3-bet here with King 6 suited. Fold 5 4s. Okay, just not a lot. It's not a lot of action this morning. Tables are all pretty dead. Fold 4 3. Fold 10 4. Okay, so we 3-bet and it goes call. That is not a good flop. So we're just gonna be checking this and or folding this. This is a good thing. We just have to fold here. Not much else to be said. And fold 6 4. Fold King 6. Okay, we're gonna call on the jack versus the donk lead. Check back on the ace. And go for some tip value here. Nice. Like against fish, when you just have the best hand, you want to bet. You know, like you could argue like, you know, you gotta bet here, you don't want to risk getting check raised, blah 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 blah. But the reality is you're not gonna get check raised blocked here. Ever. So if he check raises, he has it, 2 pair at least. And if he doesn't, then, you know, whatever. Okay, we're gonna go half pot here, and then we're gonna bet turn, and then we're just gonna rip the river. Okay. Very interesting. I wonder if I go like small here. Nice. Okay. Now we have to decide if I just rip this. Yeah, fuck it. So he has a spade. Maybe we go half pot and just target a spade. I don't know. I think the real reality is that they're probably not thinking about bet sizing enough. And what they're thinking is, how much of my stack am I willing to lose by calling here? You know what I mean? Against the fish. So, in that scenario, probably better to have just gone like small or like. That's almost like a 4x 4-bet. I'm just gonna fold. We are gonna block the top pair, top kicker on the river, and I'm gonna fold the jack 7 suited. You know what I mean? So, like, if he had like the king of spades or the queen of spades, and I went like 30% or 40% pot, he's gonna call every time. So when the four flush is out there, it probably would have been better to just call there, I think. For sure. I guess. Okay. And we're gonna donk lead here on that board. Yeah, I just think. And we're gonna barrel, pick up that shot. Three bet pot. Could have kings with king of spades. So we bet donk lead flop, he calls. We lead turn, he calls. And the ace, I'm just gonna bet again. Just gonna bet again. He's tanking, so he's either tank shoving because he got there with the hearts, or he's like tank deciding. Okay. Flop just checked around, eh? Flop checks around. Okay, we're gonna value bet. Nice, we take that down the top left. Check here, 44 suited. Yeah, I think against the fish, I don't know. It's so tempting because I don't know. He might just call the king of spades. That's sort of the thing, right? Careful. Might just call the king of spades there. That's too nitty of a fold. I don't know. I feel like when flop checks around and then I bet and like raise his turn, I just feel like repeat a lot. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think if I bet like 30% here, we obviously get called by jack of spades, king of spades a lot more. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's better, right? Oh, that's a nice turn. So pretty standard with 3-bet pre-flop. We flop a bottom pair top kicker with backdoor straights and flush draws. So we're just going to check that. We don't want to get check raised. And I don't think he calls much worse. So we check. And then we're going to value bet the turn, of course. And if you had a king or a queen, a 10, a jack, he's going to call. Most likely he has like pocket eights. You know what I mean? 7, 6s, something like that. Ace high, whatever. Devin asks if Ruby is a huge net at 50 or all stakes. I've only ever seen him play 50 and 100, and in my experience, he's always been a giant fucking net. So I have nothing but terrible things to say about him. Yeah, he just doesn't like to put money in, you know? That's my opinion. Kind of like a reggae net, you know? Like they'll still 3-bet properly to a point, I think, and he'll, kind of 4-bet get it into a point, but he just like he will not put money in without the nuts post flop. It has been my experience. He'll stab here and there, but there's never like going to be a big bluff run by him ever, or like a big river check raise bluff or anything like that. So my experience is basically if he is check raising, the river check raising like turns, stuff like that, it's generally value and not balanced with plus. I'm gonna fold 10-6. Okay, well, real world calls, and let's just pull up the graph for today. I think in the end, yeah, we ended up 800 hands, we're up 66. So overall, for such a short session, I guess it's technically not that bad. We did have a lot of NL 100 tables up though, so for NL 50, I think we're way up in NL for about 25 cent, 50 cent. Not as much as I thought, but yeah, we're up 140 at NL 50. So over 300 hands, we're up 140 at NL 50. And we're down 100 at NL 100. So yeah, just a bad start today. we did manage to mostly climb our way out of it. So that's all good. So far, the Bankroll challenge, we are up 270 in EV, 150 in actual winnings. Overall, not that bad, but significantly lower than we'd like to be. We are shooting for that 20 BB per 100 hands at NL50, NL100, and so on. So obviously over 4,000 hands, that means nothing, right? We just we win 2 pots, and we're at that 20 BBs per 100 right now. So not really much to say about that short sample, but we are slowly starting to, we're trending in the right direction here pretty well at EV. So yeah, that is the Bankroll challenge so far. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave some comments, check out the other